Hi everyone, my paradise fish is dead. It jumped from his fishbowl right to the floor. I had no idea. I found it on the floor this morning, dead and dry. I have two of those fish, the male, which jumped and died, and the female, who's just in her bowl opposite me swimming happily. Well, happily. Paradise fish have their character. They can be aggressive. They're almost like goldfish, but with a little bit of the aggressivity of piranha, let's say, almost. Anyway, this fish led a somewhat unhappy life. I think whenever we got close to his fishbowl, he would puff out his gills and try to look as menacing as possible, especially as his gills had two dots on them, so it would make him look like he had four eyes. It was really scary, believe me. If you don't believe me, Google it. The female was aggressive as well, but not that much. Actually, someone gave me the female fish because I wanted, of I think they're called betta or tetra fighting fish, just one. And this person had put the female and the male in her aquarium, but she kept finding her fish dead every morning. So one day she caught the male chasing the other fish around the fish tank, and she said, "Oh, you're the culprit," and she took him back to the shop. But during that time, she'd never seen the female. She was always hiding in one of those aquarium decorations. So when the male had been taken back to the shop, the female got out and she started the aggressing of the other fish. They have teeth, this fish. She would puff out her gills, chase them, and maybe bite them to death. I don't know what happens in there. So this lady, to save her aquarium, decided to put her on quarantine in a little bowl. And one day she said to me, "Do you think you like a fish?" And I said, "Oh, I was planning to get one." And she said, "Well, you can have this." Well, I took the fish. And then I thought to myself, and she explained all that I just said. And so I thought to myself, oh, it would be nice to get company for this fish. And she said, "Well, if you want company, I can get the male back from the shop." And sure enough, he was in the shop. Funny thing is, when he was put back in the aquarium in the fish shop, he wasn't aggressive. Maybe because they were bigger fish than him. I don't know. Because these fish are really tiny. They're that big, adult. But they're very beautiful. They're either red with blue marks or red with blue marks or blue with red marks. And they shine with light. But they do have teeth. Anyway, she said to me, "Would you like the male? I can get him for you." And I said, "Oh, okay, why not?" He would keep her company. Yeah, you bet. The very first day I put him in the fish tank with the female, he chased all around the place. She kept hiding in the decorations. And every time I fed them and she came up to feed, he would push her down. He wouldn't let her eat anything. And he just dominated the whole aquarium, and she had just a little corner which he allowed her to live in. And that was it. So I decided to separate them. And that's how he ended up being in his own bowl. But my dear friend was never satisfied. He always wanted to jump out. He jumped out twice already. This was his third. And unfortunately, sorry, I wasn't there to save him. A friend of mine spent the night here last night and said to me this morning, when I said, "Oh, my fish died," this person said to me, "Oh, I had a weird thought or a dream that one of your fish just broke out of its bowl." And I said to him, "Oh, sometimes God talks to us in mysterious ways." Well, I found the fish, sure enough, dead on the floor this morning. And it just got me thinking, this fish wasn't satisfied with its life, but he had a safe zone. He was always trying to jump out. And twice he jumped out and I saved him because I arrived at the nick of time. But this one time, I wasn't there and he died. So in the taste of freedom, or whatever it was he was doing, he lost his life. So I hope while he was flying out of the bowl, because he made quite a distance, almost a meter. So I hope while he was flying out, at least he enjoyed the ride, because that was his last. And the little female, while she's swimming around here, I know it's not the best life for her in there, because these are fish that like to be in large water. But someone gave it to me. I don't have a big aquarium. But I just hope that I can make her life as comfortable as I can in her little fishbowl. She's never tried to jump out yet. Well, I'll just keep her till the day she leaves me, naturally or otherwise. Luckily, I have no cats to eat her. And she doesn't try to jump out of her fishbowl. So that's my testimony, story on the fish, on jumping out of one's comfort zone. Not really comfort zone, but taking the leap. Is it worth it? I hope it was. And the other one swimming here, is she just content with her life or just swimming around? Or will she try to take the leap? But I'll do my best for her anyway. So that's it. Bye.